This is the ultimate Alaskan food tour.
We're eating all the food Alaska has to offer, including
Alaskan king crab,
fat oysters,
halibut,
crushing a couple duck farts,
reindeer hot dogs,
halibut cheeks. We're gonna be taking you all throughout all of Alaska and showing you guys the most epic places to try the most epic Alaskan food.
We're Meghan and Matt, and during our 2-month tour of Alaska, we ate a lot of food. And I mean a lot.
butter makes everything better.
Of course, you gotta dip it in butter.
Butter.
And in this food tour, we're gonna show you all of the best places that we went to eat in Alaska, plus some cuisines that you can only get here.
10 out of 10. I called it before I even ate it.
Make sure you're fed because you're gonna leave pretty hungry after you're done with this video.
I love Alaska.
To start this tour, we're in Kachemak Bay.
We got the oysters coming up first. We got 6 deliciously looking fat oysters from Kachemak Bay, which is just over there. We're cheersing to our Alaskan journey. It's a really good oyster. Nice and salty, a little briny, solid texture, not too liquidy. What's not to love about that?
I want 100 more. We're at Broken Oar Oyster Bar. Here for the oysters, they're so good. And look at the view. Oysters don't natively grow in Alaska. The water's too cold. Kachemak oysters are not the same as other oysters where you would find them on the ground of the sea. They farm at Kachemak Bay, and that's how we have oysters in Alaska. These are side-striped shrimp, and they're native Alaskan shrimp. So they're side-striped because you can see that stripe along the side. And this is just peel and eat. It's in loads of butter. That is so good. So tender, so hot. Butter makes everything better.
That seasoning is something else. It's probably the most tender shrimp I've ever eaten. I have no complaints about it whatsoever.
We're only getting started because up next is a fan favorite.
Alaska is known for its native seafood, and that includes halibut. And it's a white fish that has a mild flavor. We're gonna have halibut a few different ways, and the first way we're gonna have it is tacos from Nat's Shack. They cooked it the right way, with butter. White fish tastes like white fish, but it's very soft and tender.
That may have been the best fish taco I've ever had in my entire life. Really good balance of flavor, nice spice. The halibut itself had a lot of really good flavor and the texture was awesome.
That fish taco was so good.
So we head to the halibut capital of the world to see if it can do any better.
I stand by my first statement. This is good. The other one was better. The main difference between this one and the other one is the other one, the halibut, was the main feature. This one has tons of other toppings like pico de gallo, red cabbage, more sauce, avocado. It's kind of masking that they give you less halibut. For that reason, Valdez #1 taco still.
We just ordered the halibut fish and chips. Super excited to have some halibut in the halibut capital of the world.
Initial thoughts, 10 out of 10. I don't even think I need to eat it. I think we can just go home and I'll die happy. It looks so good. It's so good. It's flaky, it's buttery, it's salty. It's not like over fried.
Perfectly done. Perfectly done. I don't know what else to say about it.
10 out of 10. I called it before I even ate it.
Not only were we loving the Alaskan food, but Matt was loving this amber ale.
Solid hit on it. 7.2 out of 10. We're at the Lighthouse restaurant. I got fish and chips with halibut and red snapper. Of course, I got that amber beer I've been drinking this whole trip. Oh yeah. Let's dig in. Lightly breaded, not too fried. Good texture, good bounce. Tartar sauce, pretty decent. The halibut is dank. Like, it's really good. The breading is not the overpowering flavor that you're getting like a lot of other fish and chip places. The fish flavor really shines through. So that's always nice. Cheers. I'm gonna miss this Alaskan amber. Been drinking it since the first day we got here. Bottoms up, I guess, right?
It's lightly battered. The fish is so fresh. And fish and chips are only as good as its tartar sauce, and this tartar sauce is yummy.
I don't think I've ever eaten so much fish and chips in my entire life since I came to Alaska. And I have to say, this is one of the better ones. It's super light and fluffy, and the batter is like not super battery, if that makes sense. It really gives out the flavor of the fish. This might be the second best fish and chips we've had, but maybe the best tartar sauce. since being in Alaska. We're back in downtown Anchorage. We're gonna be going to Salmon and Seaforts. We're gonna be getting some halibut cheeks. If you've never heard about it, neither did we, but it is the cheeks of the halibut fish. Not the butt cheeks, the face cheeks. Supposedly really tender, delicious, buttery, savory.
Now for the main event, the halibut cheeks, and they kindly split it in half for us so we don't have to share off one plate.
About to get cheeky. Not exactly sure what I was expecting from this, but it's good. It's pretty light, pretty mild. Whatever sauce they have in it is nice and very creamy, buttery, like capers are nice. I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be completely honest with you.
Okay, if you haven't noticed already, I planned this entire food tour, so I guess we'll try it. What I'm told is that it has consistency of scallops. If you've ever had scallops, they're like kind of bouncy. I do get kind of like a scallopy taste to it, like it is a little bouncy. It's a mix between scallops and fish. I think it's good.
Now I'm full.
That brings us to Alaskan street food.
We are in downtown Anchorage and we're here to get Reindeer Hot Dogs, and it's the quintessential street food of Alaska. The Alaskan with reindeer.
Shout out to Michaela at International House of Hot Dog hooking it up with these delicious dogs. So reindeer are domesticated caribou that the native Alaskans used years and years and years and years ago. They were bred for food, bred for working, carrying heavy things. Now there are delicious food, and they're also, I guess, Santa's little helpers, but...
No, the elves are Santa's little helpers. We may be eating reindeer hot dogs today, but at least we're not eating Rudolph. It's a little cryptic. I ordered the Alaskan with chipotle sauce and caramelized onions. It's definitely like a lean hot dog. I have the chipotle sauce and the caramel onions. It makes a really, really, really good hot dog. I would say it's more of a sausage than a hot dog, and what you would think like a Frankfurter would be, but I think it's pretty good.
I got the Chicago dog, which has pickles, celery salt, onions, mustard. So I just got a bite of straight up reindeer sausage, and it's delicious. There's a little bit of spice to it. The texture, like Megan said, is a little leaner. It's really good. Definitely recommend this place.
When we say lean, we really mean like less fatty, a little drier than what you would normally have with a regular hot dog that you're used to. The meat is a little different. I feel like I have to chew it a little bit more. But I mean, we couldn't leave Alaska without having reindeer sausage. I mean, I keep on saying sausage, but it's a hot dog. The food in Alaska has been amazing. If you're a seafood lover, I mean, this is the place to spend all your money.
Oh yeah.
In an effort to try and save some money, we decided to catch some salmon ourselves.
I finally caught a fish.
Yay!
I'll gut it, take the guts out, and then process the rest of it. Look how red this meat is.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a big fish, and it's definitely gonna be more than one meal. That is not the salmon you get in a grocery store. Really? That is something else. All right, baby, enjoy, eat.
Got fat? Mm-hmm. You're a real man now. There's no like fishy taste here. It's just like the salmon flavor.
It doesn't have that fishy smell like Megan said. The texture is, it's different. I don't know how to describe it other than it's
bouncy.
Yeah, it's just unlike any other salmon I've ever had in my entire life. I caught it myself, and that's really awesome. This was in the river less than a few hours ago. What a better way to sustain yourself than fresh fish that you caught yourself. Our food budget is about to go down. Smoked salmon, potato chowder. Oh my god, it's smoky. You're gonna love that. Solid 8.3.
8.3. Okay. I like that. I prefer New England clam chowder, but this is very good.
Alright, we got 2 duck farts. I don't know why they're called it. I don't remember what she said. Something about Kahlua. That's all I got. We are at the Salty Dog Saloon. It's a lively crowd inside right now. It's a guy's 50th birthday, someone else's 30th birthday. We are gonna partake in our own celebration of our Alaskan journey by crushing a couple duck farts. I don't know why they call it a duck fart, but Mazel tov, Megan. Here you go.
This wouldn't be a food tour if we didn't have a signature cocktail, and Alaska's signature cocktail is the duck fart.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is tasty.
It's not bad. It's sugary, it's sweet.
That's a dessert shot if I've ever had one. That's really good. Definitely a must try.
We'll do the fireweed, the buttermilk blueberry. We'll do the Sitka swirl, lavender, London fog. So we came to Wild Scoops because this is Alaskan made ice cream with Alaskan native things, such as blueberry, such as fireweed, such as lavender fog.
Such as.
Such as. Thank you. Have a good one. You too. First scoop is the Alaskan blueberry one. It's like blueberry pie filling with the ice cream. Oh my god. And it just makes me so happy. I could cry.
I really like that lavender. What's great about Wild Scoops is that they use native Alaskan wild ingredients, including, well, right now it includes natural rainwater from Alaska.
The blueberry one is by far my favorite. It's just that good. The lavender one I know is Megan's favorite.
Okay, baby, I'm not a child. Yum, 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 yum. And now give me a...
This can make a grown man cry, it's that good.
We're at the Alaska State Fair at Fish On, and we grabbed some fry bread and Eskimo ice cream. They put those two cuisines together into this beautiful pie. So, we're killing two birds with one stone. I expected something different.
Should have brought the bread knife. So the Eskimo ice cream is not really made like regular ice cream. It's not made from milk and dairy. It's not as sweet as ice cream, and the texture is, I'd say, a little bit more airy and not like that dense, hard ice cream flavor. It's a lot softer and it seems to be melting faster, even in this cold weather.
The ice cream is delicious. The bread itself is like a dense bread. I imagined it to be kind of like a fried dough, but it's more of like a dense version of a fried dough. It's delicious.
When in Alaska, eat all the crab.
Oh my goodness, this looks so good. This is the crab and artichoke dip. The dip, incredible. Oh my god, that's so good.
Our next crab dish was served on a cruise.
One thing that sold me on this cruise versus the other cruises is how many people raved about the crab cakes. So we're gonna try it right now. We haven't had crab yet in Alaska.
Good? I'd say the ticket is worth dinner alone.
And of course, we couldn't leave without going to the Alaska State Fair and getting a bucket of crab cakes.
You can't just have crab cakes once, you gotta have it like 2 or 3 times in Alaska. Coming to Alaska, this is the one thing that I wanted to make sure we ate before we left. So I'm super excited to get the freshest king crab legs we could even get in the world.
All right, this is it. This is 1 pound of Alaskan king crab. I'm so excited to try this out. It smells amazing. Wow. That's fresh. Right out of the sea. And there's a lot of meat coming out of this thing. And of course you gotta dip it in butter.
Oh wow, it already feels so soft and tender. Check that out. Oh my goodness. I promise you've never had crab like this if you've never had it Alaskan style. Oh my god. It was worth coming to Alaska just to get this king crab. Look at that meat, it's so good.
Sign us up for Deadliest Catch next season then.
While the crab was delicious, we weren't too keen on the restaurant.
I don't think I would recommend Humpy's if you're in search of a place to eat. I think there are better options that you'll get better service from.
And we did get better service in Skagway. This was our favorite restaurant yet.
Butter. This is way better than Humpy's. Like, 10 times better. It tastes fresher. It's like actually hot. We should have come here in the first place for king crab legs. The meat is really sweet. When we went to Humpy's, their meat was like a little, almost too salty. And I wasn't sure if that was king crab legs or, you know, how it was prepared, but I think this is the way you want to have it.
That's incredible. 10 out of 10. I think it's maybe the best place we've eaten at in Alaska.
This is a great way to end our trip.
We ate that. So good.
It's been a while since we've eaten this good. I think that if you were to go to Alaska, the one thing to get here is Alaskan king crab. I mean, I think you just have to try it. There are a bunch of things that we tried that you can't get anywhere else. So those things, I mean, my advice, drop the money so that you can eat all of this good Alaskan food. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We just finished our Alaskan road trip and now we're headed back to Canada.